Oh, man. Blake Bortles. Where do we begin? What do we do with Blake Bortles? See, the NFL preseason works like this. The NFL preseason is kind of like arm wrestling a 6-year-old. You're supposed to do well. You're supposed to beat a 6-year-old at arm wrestling. If I arm wrestle a 6-year-old and I lose, that's a problem. You'd be concerned. You'd go, what's wrong with Zach? How did he lose arm wrestling to a 6-year-old? That's because you expect that I win. See, in the preseason, Baker Mayfield is doing fantastic. Baker Mayfield, the Browns' rookie quarterback, he's doing great. And you should not overreact to that because he's expected to do well. He's a number 1 overall pick. He should be doing well. That's the expectation. Well, the Jaguars quarterback, Blake Bortles, is not doing well. He's not meeting expectations. He looks bad. That's concerning. Blake Bortles should not look like a bad quarterback. He should not struggle as much as he has in this preseason. I watched the Jaguars-Vikings game recently, and Blake Bortles only threw 1 interception, but it should have been 2. Blake Bortles he hit a guy right in the hands. He dropped the interception. Didn't even see the guy. Didn't even see him. It's funny. Blake Bortles is throwing right at defenders as if he doesn't even know they're there. You just, when Blake Bortles goes back to pass, you just close your eyes and you hope. You just hope he doesn't screw it up somehow. And it's interesting. Blake Bortles' understanding of defenses is not getting any better. It's like, dude, what'd you do all offseason, bud? Like, what's happening, man? What did you do? Did you not study defenses all year? It just looks like the game is too fast for Blake Bortles. It's concerning. It's bad. And by the way, this is his 5th year in the NFL. He's got to settle in. He's got to get it going, and he's not. It's time for Blake Bortles to grow up. We all know somebody. We all know a guy who never quite grew up. He's a guy that works at a gas station. He's 29 years old, works at a gas station. And no offense to those guys, but if you're a guy working at a gas station, you're 29 years old working at a gas station, can I tell you something? It's time to grow up. It's time to move on. Look, I'm not coming at you from a place of from my high horse. I work at a car wash in the summer. I'm a loser. I'm into college, but I'm trying for a better life. And Blake Bortles needs to take the step and start getting better, and he's not. Look, I'm trying to help people get going. Don't settle for a minimum wage job. Don't do that your whole life. Blake Bortles is not growing up. He's not getting any better. Blake Bortles needs to improve, and he's not. You know, my best friend didn't go to college initially. When we graduated, he worked at a movie theater for 3 years. And when he was 21 years old, he decided to make a grown-up decision. He said, I'm leaving. I'm going to join the Air Force. And I was so proud of him. It took guts. He said, look, I can't stay here. I got to move on. I got to grow up. Blake Bortles needs to grow up. It's time for Blake Bortles to play better, and he's not. We've seen flashes of Blake Bortles. Everyone's going to comment, well, did you see Blake Bortles in the playoffs last year against the Pittsburgh Steelers? That's awesome. Blake Bortles had one good moment. Congratulations. But look, let's go back to, I'm going to die on this analogy. Let's go back to the guy working at the gas station. He's 29 years old. He lives at home, makes minimum wage, but he buys a car. He has a car payment. That's a grown-up thing. It's like a flashes of grown-up stuff, but the truth is, he's not grown up. He's not doing enough. He's got to take the next step, and Blake Bortles hasn't taken the next step. We've seen moments here and there, but that's not enough. The Jaguars are too good. The Jaguars roster is just too good to be limited by their quarterback just not delivering. It's not good. It's not bad at all. I think the Jaguars need to start exploring other options at quarterback. The best option for the Jaguars is this. The Jacksonville Jaguars must trade for Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is the quarterback for the New York Jets. They have Sam Darnold. They're not going to use him. And here's the thing. Teddy is a great fit. Teddy Bridgewater is a fantastic fit in Jacksonville, Florida. See, Teddy Bridgewater's from Miami, Florida. He's from Florida. He grew up there. And the division, the AFC South, would be perfect for Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater was drafted to Minnesota. And I was kind of like, I don't know that fits. He's got a weaker arm. He's going to play outdoors in Lambeau Field and Soldier Field in Chicago. I don't like that. It's not a great fit. But the AFC South is a great, perfect spot for Teddy Bridgewater. You play indoors in Texas at Houston. You play indoors in Indianapolis. You play the Colts, the Texans indoors. You play in Tennessee. Play a bunch of warm weather games. 80 of your games are in Florida all year. It's warm all year there. For a guy with Teddy Bridgewater's arm strength, Florida's great. Jacksonville would be a great fit. But here's the other thing with Jacksonville. If I'm the Jaguars, what excites me about Teddy Bridgewater is the unknown. People forget Teddy Bridgewater was once a Pro Bowl quarterback. He was the next guy. He was a franchise quarterback in everybody's mind. Then Teddy Bridgewater got hurt. It was tragic. It was awful. He lost 2 years of his career. But we don't really know what Teddy Bridgewater is. We know what he could be, and he has potential. We've never seen signs that he's not a franchise quarterback. He looks fantastic. He looks great in the preseason. That unknown is exciting. How much of a ceiling does Teddy Bridgewater have? We know what Blake Bortles is. We're starting to learn. He's not as cemented as Andy Dalton is, but we're starting to learn, okay, Blake Bortles, he doesn't have it. It's year 5. He's still screwing up in the preseason. That's not acceptable. You don't see Tom Brady. You don't even see Jimmy Garoppolo. He's year 2 of a starter. Jimmy Garoppolo is playing really well in the preseason. It's bad when rookie quarterbacks look better than your starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not good. Sam Darnold looks better than Blake Bortles. If I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars, I would go after Teddy Bridgewater. I would sign him. I'd give up a lineman. I'd go get Teddy Bridgewater. Because the worst case is this. Worst case, Teddy Bridgewater pushes Blake Bortles and makes him better. But I don't know that Blake Bortles can handle that pressure. I don't. I think it's very possible. Teddy Bridgewater joins the Jacksonville Jaguars. Blake Bortles completely falls apart. He wilts, loses the job. Teddy Bridgewater, franchise quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But the Jags, I just repeat this. The Jaguars are too good. Their roster is too good to be limited by the bad play of Blake Bortles. It's depressing. It's hard to watch. I don't want to see the Jaguars go 8-8 and miss the playoffs because their quarterback isn't good enough. They're too good. It's awful. I'm rooting for the Jaguars. It's not fair to everybody on their team if Blake Bortles isn't good enough. He's clearly not doing the work in the offseason. I don't know what he's been doing all year, but he doesn't even see the defenders in the middle of the field. Come on, man. It's time for Blake Bortles to grow up, and he does not appear to be getting better. He hasn't wowed anyone in the preseason. He hasn't done anything exciting. Sam Darnold, I've seen throws gone, wow, that's awesome. I've seen throws from Jimmy Garoppolo, Tom Brady, everybody. Wow, that's a great throw. Andrew Luck, that's a great throw. Why haven't we seen that from Blake Bortles? It's the preseason. It's like arm wrestling a 6-year-old. It's supposed to be easy. They're setting you up to succeed, and he can't make it happen. So if I'm the Jaguars, I'm moving off of Blake Bortles. I can't do it. I can't watch it anymore. I might be calling this a little bit early, but I can't watch the crap. It's just crap. It's not working. If I'm the Jaguars, I am moving on from Blake Bortles. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube as well as shorter breakouts like the one you just watched. And as always, if you agree with me, if you want to help me, please share Strong Opinion Sports on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. It would mean a lot to me to help me grow. And so again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.